You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
Yeah, man, what's good, all y'all, man? Salute everybody tapping on in. Ticket TV, like, share, and subscribe as y'all come in the building. Let's get into this situation with Michael Jordan, man, and the whole situation where Michael Jordan have been getting heavy criticism online for a lot of people for the incident with the son and the touching and stuff like that, right? And so we want to talk about that right now, as a lot of people were asking, well, where's the boy's father? Why haven't the boy's father spoken out? Where is he at? Why isn't the father speaking? Why isn't the father speaking? A lot of people have been coming forward with these type of questions and this type of narrative. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the father has come out now, and the father has vindicated Michael Jordan. Now, the father says that he has no issue with whatever Michael Jordan did, because he says that Michael Jordan was brushing the confetti off of his son. Some people were saying that it was ice. It wasn't ice. It was confetti. Now, here's the thing. Michael Jordan, 63 years old. I told you guys this the other day. You know, nobody was complaining about that commercial he did with the Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody thought anything of it. Mike has never had these type of allegations against him. This, that, and the third. But it was just the optics of what it looked like that in this era we live in. You know what I'm saying? The Jeffrey Epstein era is basically what I'm calling it right now. People are going to be highly extra cautious about situations with the youth. You know what I'm saying? So while it didn't on the surface look, you know, right to the eye, Michael Jordan never had any type of malintention against this kid or doing anything wrong to this kid. Michael Jordan was brushing confetti off of this kid, according to the report. And his father came out and said he ain't got no problem with Mike. That Mike, he known Mike over the years, and nah, Mike ain't. He ain't seeing Mike like that. He said it ain't no nothing like that. Everybody pretty much blew this thing out of proportion. Now, people who saw the actual video at first, yeah, you see the video, you say, hold on, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? That's your first reaction. But I think that as you looked at it, and like I said, that's why I came back. And after I got so much criticism in the first time, to the person who said there's no confetti, it literally was confetti. It wasn't none in that picture. He was brushing the confetti off the little homie, bro. Don't tell me to stop the BS. The man's father came out and talked about it. The hell is you talking about? They have the actual photos. What the hell? Hold on. I just want to know what the hell is wrong with people on YouTube. I'm about to show y'all right now. See, this is the problem I have with people on YouTube, is that you guys, y'all always want to say some shit. And like I said, y'all jumped on me when I did the first video and I told y'all I didn't think Mike is a PDF. I don't think that, but I'm going to show y'all something right now. I just told y'all Mike need to be careful in this era we live in. Why? Because of punk ass people like some of y'all in the comment section running your lips and you don't even know what's going on. So that was the confetti asshole light that was coming down. So the person who said it wasn't confetti, it was confetti. Matter of fact, the man's father, this is his father right here. They were all right there. The hell is you talking about? The hell is you talking about? It was water, ice, confetti, all that was coming down. The hell is wrong with these people on YouTube? People don't know what the hell they talking about. So somebody says, oh, you nuts. No, no, no. You're nuts, right? So sit down and shut the hell up. His father just said what it was. The hell is wrong with these people, bro? Now, once again, I stand on what I said. It didn't look good from the optics, and Mike got to understand the era that we in. He can't do nothing like that, because this is what'll happen. This is what'll happen. This is what will happen. This is what will happen, right? And I'm telling y'all what the situation is, right? People are nuts online. It's crazy work, bro. So that's the reason why I said, hey, Mike, you can't do that, bro, because these people right now, the era we live in, the times we live in, man, these people ain't giving you, they ain't playing no games. So the man's father, let me repeat that again. That's his father right there. His father has come out, known Mike, known his whole family for years, right? For years. He's known Mike and his whole family. Why would Mike violate this man's son in front of the whole world like that purposely? Ask yourself, just ask yourself that real question. That's why I showed y'all the Gatorade commercial like that the other day. Why would y'all do that? I want you to just think about that. His own father was right there. What's wrong with people, right? So again, to me, it would be the stupidest thing to do if you're Michael Jordan. And you just had confetti rain down on all of y'all, water being thrown, ice being thrown, everything else. And you can clearly see the boy's shirt was wet on the back. You can clearly see the shirt was wet. He was underneath all that confetti, right? So, like I said before, his father have come out. Somebody said scratching his legs. Bro, it was down there on his, listen, once again, I'm not going off what nobody that wasn't there said. I'm going off what his father said. What his dad said, bro. What his daddy said. His daddy was right there. I'm gonna say this again. I'm going off what the man daddy said, right? Not no little punk ass YouTuber, not nobody in the comment section that wasn't there. Like I said before, and that's why I told y'all this yesterday, and I did the video. Y'all, you guys are insane on YouTube. This is why I said, Mike, this is why I said exactly what I said. In the era we live in, Mike can't do that because a mofo gonna put you, they're gonna say that. They're gonna say that. That's why I said, Mike, boy, this is some big trouble for Mike. Because I already knew how they was gonna come with this shit. I already knew how they was coming with this. Right? It is what it is. And so you can be mad, you can be outraged, all this other stuff. Like I said before, man, I'm not gonna sit up here and keep going back and forth with people. The only reason why I did this video is because the man's father came out. His own father came out, who was there, and said, "Nah, I ain't had no problem with it. I know what was going on. Like the kid, there was all kind of confetti, all kind of water, ice, everything being thrown. Why? Ask yourself this question: why would Michael Jordan risk his whole entire career by doing this in public purposely? Why would he make it make sense? I need y'all to answer that question, right? I just need y'all to answer that question, right? See, I had to tell the truth about the whole situation. The man's father came out. That's what I was waiting on. I was waiting to see what his father was going to say because I wasn't there. His father was there, right? I wasn't there. His dad was right there. So his dad cleared up the entire situation. Because if his dad came out, what? Because if his dad came out and said, "Hey man, I felt a way about what Mike did to my son," bro. And let me tell y'all this: don't y'all think a white man would come out and easily be ready to throw Mike under the bus if that was something he did to violate his son? Come on, cut this shit. Y'all got to cut this out, bro. Y'all got to cut it out. So go listen to his father. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to nobody else. Listen to the boy's father before you make your own assessments and your own opinions and your own judgments. Listen to the man's father and listen to what his father had to say. Once you hear what his father had to say, and once you go back and you watch all the videos, not just one, there's multiple videos up, right? Multiple videos. Somebody said, why he didn't tap him on the shoulder? Listen, I agree with y'all on that. I'm not saying, y'all not understanding. I think some people got some real issues on YouTube. Let me say this to y'all right now. I'm going to clear this up with y'all. When I came on and I did my first video on this, I said that Mike cannot do this in this era because of what's going on right now. I'm going to say this to y'all once again. This is why I said this. In the era we live in right now, period, with all the sensitivity to this topic with the youth and us being for the youth and in protection of the youth, Mike should not have done this because what the people are going to do is in any situation like this, they're automatically going to say you're guilty. Period. They don't care what it is. They don't care what your intent was. If you had malice intent or not, they're going to punish your ass. And that's exactly what's been going on. And I've been telling people this. Right? So the man's father, let me repeat myself again. Not Ticket, not somebody else, not somebody around the block or around the corner. His own father came out and said, man, these people out here blowing this shit out of proportion. Like, his father was right there. You know what I mean? His dad was. So don't you think that a father would do everything to protect his son if he felt like his son was in immense danger? I'm gonna ask y'all that question. Because I know one thing, you know what I'm saying? I told you guys this, and I'll stand on what I said. I would have looked and I would have said, hey. And then once I seen what was going on, then my whole opinion would have been readjusted based off what I saw going on. But let me see what's going on, is what I'm saying. Let me see what's going on. And in the world we live in, man, they don't even want to see. They don't even want to let you see what's going on. So I already knew that as soon as that video came out, people was talking that stuff online. I said, oh, he in trouble. I said, because it don't even matter what really happened. So that's why I came and showed y'all that other video. So nobody said anything malicious about Michael Jordan when he was in the Gatorade commercial. Nobody did. And like I said before, tell me one allegation has ever been levied against Mike. Tell me one. We've had a million against Jeffrey Epstein, all these other guys. But tell me one against Michael Jordan. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it, right? So just answer this question. If this guy has never had anybody, and don't you think that now would be the time? Let me say this again. Don't you think that now would be the time if Mike did that? If anybody was ever violated, they would have came out by now. This would have been their justification. They'd have came out and said, hey man, this happened to me. It'd have been a me too like a mofo out here. If this was something that Mike was doing out here like that. So again, you know what I'm saying? I think Mike needs to understand what year we're in right now. You understand? And what era we're in. He got to understand the year and the era we're in right now. And we in a whole different era right now, bro. We in a whole different year, whole different era, bro. You can't even think. You understand what I'm saying? Because now with social media, with the public, with everybody, just doesn't matter what you like. Let me give y'all an example. If I'm going to work, if a man goes to work, right? You can walk in work by yourself. But if you walk out of work talking with a woman or with a coworker, it's gonna be people that say that you banging that chick. Don't matter what's going on. Doesn't matter if you're having an innocent conversation. If you walk outside with her together and y'all are talking or whatever like that, they're gonna say you hitting it. They're gonna say that you hitting that jam. They're gonna say you hitting it. Bro, listen, this is the world we live in. So some people stay away from all that shit to stay away from the optics because of the world that we live in. I'm gonna tell y'all this again. This is how judgmental we all are. These are all facts. And y'all know me. I don't play this game. If I really thought, after looking at all the videos I looked at, if I really thought Michael Jordan was on that, I would have been on his helmet. But I don't see it. I told y'all this the other day. I don't see that the intent of him. I don't see why would Michael Jordan risk his entire career and do that in front of the whole world like it's nothing. Why would he do that? Make it, y'all. Somebody tell me that in the comment section. That's all I want to know. And the man's father came out and has done an interview now. His father has come out and did an interview. His father has come out and did an interview, and his father said that Michael Jordan did no wrong. So let's just leave it at that. I just want to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I want to know in the comment section. And that's why I said Mike shouldn't do this no more. Because these people, like I said before, bro, the era that we live in, this is why I'm trying to tell you. This is why I showed y'all that video that I did yesterday. And I told y'all about the times we live in. You hear me? Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Y'all come on in here. Much love. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Mike has to learn you cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it, period. You know? You just can't do it, man. You know what I mean? And that is what it is. You feel me? So, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Appreciate everybody in the building. Much love.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.